Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Scott Beadle with Big Fox News. Two students are facing felony charges tonight after allegedly calling in threats to Elmira High School. Yesterday between 8:40 and 10 a.m., numerous phone calls making threats to harm students and staff were placed to the main office of the Elmira High School. As a precaution, the school district was put on lockdown and an investigation was initiated by the school resource officer. The investigation determined two Elmira High School students left school property to make calls and then returned to school. Both were arrested and charged with making terroristic threats. They will appear in court at a later date. Demonstrations nationwide were held last night, including one right here in Corning. Protests were organized right after news broke the White House had asked Attorney General Jeff Sessions to resign. As Attorney General, Sessions oversaw the Russia investigation being conducted by Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Matthew Whitaker, a man who has openly criticized the Mueller investigation, will now become acting Attorney General. Protesters say they fear the investigation will now be interfered with.
Well, basically, we're just very concerned about the way the country's been going the last 2-3 years. We figure our democracy is really at peril. And in my lifetime, I'm 78 years old, and I have never felt the way I felt the last 2 years. This is the investigation, the Mueller investigation, and we would hope that this will continue and not dissolve. If Mr. Trump can get rid of it, he will. I think he's got a lot to hide. And this is, it better come out, or I think there's going to be more trouble all over the country. We're in enough trouble now, we're divided as we are, but it's going to get worse and worse. And if he shuts this down, I think you're going to see a constitutional crisis, and who knows where that'll leave. History has not been kind to some of the events, the enemy of the people, the press, the voter suppression that's been going on. These things have all happened before other places in the world, and we would pray that this is not the direction that we're headed.
Last night's protest was held in front of Congressman Tom Reed's office. Other protests were held outside of Reed's office in Geneva and one in Ithaca. Well, people who love winter are rejoicing. The first snowflakes made an appearance in upstate New York. Wasn't really cold enough for them to stick to the ground, but they did show up in the sky today, just after Christmas lights and decorations went up on Market Street this week. And it looks like winter might be sticking around for a while, even if that snow isn't sticking yet. Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers is in next with your Big Fox forecast.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
And welcome back, everyone. A happy Friday to us. Seeing a little bit of light snow around the area. That light snow will continue overnight tonight into our Saturday, also bringing those winds up a little bit as well. Not really expecting a lot of accumulation, maybe a half an inch to an inch or so by the time it all wraps up on Saturday morning. But awful windy and awful cold in the forecast as you head into your Saturday afternoon. Let's take a look at some of our temperatures we're expecting as we head to your Saturday. Yeah, upper 30s and low 40s in many areas. You put that wind with it, that's going to put those wind chills back down into the 20s across much of the area. Look for a high temperature about 38 on Saturday here in Elmira. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. 41 the high for your Sunday, maybe up to 47 by Monday. Another system moves in Tuesday, bringing another chance of some snow along with it. Not only seeing the snow, but then colder temperatures follow that, as we'll see highs in the low 30s by Wednesday of next week, and really keep it cold overnight too, with teens in the forecast by Thursday morning before we may get back to the low 40s by the end of next week. So a lot of cold weather and a little bit of snow here and there to go through the next several days.
We are all looking for a little warmth with these colder days ahead, and Tanner's Paws in Corning has some furry friends who might want to cuddle up with you. Two sibling pups are our pets of the week.
I am here with two adorable, rambunctious puppies. They are brother and sister. They're both 12 weeks old, and they were abandoned with their mom and dad and the rest of their litter. The rest of their siblings have been adopted, and these two cuties are the last to go. They are adorable, sweet little puppies. Lots of energy, so they need to be with a family who's ready to raise a pup. If you want to meet these two little guys, come down here to Tanner's Paws.
Those two look like a lot of fun.
They do.
Tanner's Paws is open tomorrow from 10 to 2. It's located at 117 West Market Street in Corning. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.